Good morning, I'm Jasmine Anderson, only in Newsday. Immigrant-run delis across Long Island are seeing a major drop in business. They say their customers are afraid of being picked up by ICE. The owner of Placida Deli in Newcastle says sales are down 40%.
For those of us who have businesses, it is very difficult at this time, and what they are doing right now has affected them very much.
In 2 minutes, how the threat of ICE raids are affecting farms on the East End. It's day 6 of the government shutdown. Lawmakers are at an impasse with no word that meaningful negotiations are taking place. Last night, President Trump says layoffs are happening. 31,000 federal workers live here on Long Island. Tomorrow marks 2 years since the Hamas attack on Israel. This weekend, Long Islanders gathered at the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center in Glen Cove to remember those killed, including Plainview native and Israeli soldier Omer Nutra. Now to the latest on the fight over a marijuana dispensary in Southampton town. A state Supreme Court judge ordered Charlie Fox to temporarily close for operating without town approvals. The Tuckahoe dispensary has a state license. Long Islanders laced up to help fight pancreatic cancer. The Les Garden Foundation held its 25th annual Long Island Walk at Jones Beach yesterday.
It gives you motivation, it gives you hope, it gives you, a purpose.
The Les Garden Foundation has invested more than $300 million to expand life-saving treatment options. Checking out your Monday weather, we're starting off cloudy, but the sun eventually peeks through, bringing warm temps for the day. Highs top out in the upper 70s across much of the island, and we'll feel a bit of a breeze. Tomorrow looks a lot like today during the day, but there's a chance for rain at night. As you can see on the Futurecast, rain sticks with us Wednesday morning, but showers should move out by the afternoon. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's cooler. More rain chances for Sunday. That's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Only a Newsday. Latino delis, once thriving on Long Island, are now struggling since President Trump took office again in January. Newsday's Virginia Huey has a story.
Okay.
For the past 3 years, Placida Deli in Newcastle has been a popular destination for food lovers seeking Central American dishes. But lately, the usually bustling deli is more often empty. Owner Jose Ortega says the fear sparked by stepped-up immigration enforcement is driving customers into hiding and taking a toll on business.
People are scared, so they don't go out. Sometimes they come with fear, so they stay at home. This is why sales have dropped a lot.
Ortega says with sales down by about 40%, it's financially challenging to keep his doors open.
For those of us who have businesses, it is very difficult at this time, and what they are doing right now has affected them very much.
10 months after President Trump entered the White House promising mass deportations, Ortega is not alone in seeing the immigration crackdown devastate his small business. A couple of blocks away, Maria Escobar says business is down 50% at the deli where she works. She says a steep decline began on June 2nd when ICE agents picked up 4 customers at the deli.
People became fearful even to go to work because they are exposed to danger, to get caught. They never know when they will go home to their families and children.
The heightened anxiety has led to less foot traffic in business districts like this one in Westbury. Residents say ramped up immigration enforcement has led to customers avoiding stores.
I think people is feeling like the government is crushing the community.
It's happening across Long Island, according to other business owners and community leaders, and threatens to significantly damage the local economy.
Minority areas of Brentwood and Central Islip, they've lost about 30% business. Restaurants, supermarkets, about 20-25%.
The economic losses are also being felt in the agricultural businesses on the East End, where the threat of ICE raids is sowing fear among immigrant workers.
More than anything, I wake up worried.
The White House has said the raids are about enforcing immigration law, but the New York Farm Bureau says the crackdown is the #1 concern among the roughly 12,000 farmers and agricultural businesses the Bureau represents.
And when there's a reduction in the workforce, in this case it happens to be the immigrant labor workforce, some farms won't be able to survive because they have so many immigrant workers on their farms.
And experts say President Trump's latest executive order on immigration, imposing a $100,000 fee for new applicants to enter the country through the H-1B visa program, will likely make it much harder for Long Island businesses to hire highly skilled foreign workers and could slow the pace of businesses' growth.
If we don't, for example, have the talent we need at some of our research institutions, that means funding that could ordinarily go to them for projects won't be there. And if we don't have that kind of growth, then we have fewer people coming to the island who could be contributing to the tax base, and we know how big of an issue that is here on Long Island.
Meantime, back in Newcastle, Ortega says he's uncertain how much longer his small business can endure.
This one is unknown. We don't know. Right now, we are hoping that maybe they will stop this and they will no longer target the people.
Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
Virginia, thank you. Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The Yanks are on the brink of elimination. Newsday's Yankees beat reporter Eric Boland is in Toronto with what the Bombers have to do to keep their season alive.
The Yankees arrived in Toronto before Game 1 of this division series flying high after an emotional 3-game victory over the Boston Red Sox in the wild card series, and they laid not one but 2 eggs here at Rogers Center, a place that they have not played well in all season long, and they fell to 1-8 in this building after dropping the first 2 games of this division series. They followed up one of their worst performances in postseason history in Game 1 with arguably a worse performance here in Game 2. Yankees were down 12-0 through 5 innings. They were getting no hit by right-handed rookie phenom for the Blue Jays, Trey Yasavage. No hit them through 5 1/3 innings, came out of the game, and that was really the spark for the Yankees as they were finally able to get to the soft underbelly of the Toronto bullpen. But at that point, they were too far behind. Max Fried, their ace all season long, and he was exceptionally good this season. He was good all year, but really good after Yankee losses. He was 11-1 with a sub-2 ERA. He didn't make it out of the 4th inning tonight. Left down 5-0 with a couple of runners on, and then Will Warren really lit a bonfire to this one. Yankees were moderately still in the game, and then Warren walked a batter, struck out a batter, and then gave up to Vlad Guerrero Jr. a grand slam, the first grand slam in Toronto's postseason history. That made it 9-0, and really the Blue Jays cruised from there. So it will be up to Carlos Rodon on Tuesday night at Yankee Stadium to try to save the Yankees season, and they'll be opposed by Shane Bieber, a trade deadline pickup for Toronto this year, who was injured much of the season. Yankees will feel somewhat confident going into that game, but not confident down 2-0. Reporting from the Rogers Center in Toronto, this is Eric Boland for Newsday TV.
Let's hope they can turn things around, Eric. Thank you. First pitch for Game 3 is tomorrow night at 8:08 in the Bronx. Read more about the Yankees on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
We started in 1976 with the pumpkins.
The classic orange pumpkin, was that pretty much it?
Jack-o'-lanterns, you had Hubbard squashes, and you, of course, cheese pumpkins. And over time, as this Halloween market developed, more seed companies invested in different varieties and different variations of different squashes and gourds. So it's kind of fun in that respect.
It is fun picking out just the right pumpkin or gourd for your front stoop. Bumpy ones, goosenecked ones, even stackable ones. You'll find those and more among the plentiful piles of pumpkins here at Krupski's Farms in Peconic.
We have a nice customer base that appreciates the fact that we focus on a lot of fall vegetables too. So we have the crops that we grow here so they can enjoy the fresh produce from Long Island.
Kabocha or buttercup is this big guy here. This is a huge favorite.
Kim Krupski is the 5th generation to work on the family farm. She answers questions all the time from customers about the wide variety of squashes they grow and ways to cook them.
So I would really roast this face up almost every time. Scrape it out, salt, pepper, olive oil.
Kabocha, honey nut, and the colorful golden buttercup are squash you may not have heard of. But you'll also find the common ones, including acorn.
Once you do cut it in half, you can see it's got a pretty deep bowl to it. So what we do a lot of the time is you hollow it out, you scrape the seeds out, and you make yourself a stuffing like you would a stuffed pepper.
I imagine meat, maybe some beef and rice, sausage and rice or something?
Exactly.
So vegetarian meat, whatever. It's like a dinner in there.
Exactly.
They also grow corn here, not just sweet corn. These cobs you just put in the microwave and they come out as popcorn. And this corn you don't eat, you use it to decorate. Indian corn arrangements are a tradition started by Kim's grandmother, Helen.
She would spend all of September and October working out at the stand. When I was a kid, I would sit up on the table with her and she would teach me all the ways to handle it. I tend to think the sides should match and be a little shorter than the one in the center, but I like them to be kind of consistent in theme. I argue with my brother about this every season. He wants it to look like a candy corn and have all different colors.
For kids, there's a corn maze, haunted barn, and hay wagon rides. It's a tremendous amount of work for a season that's only about a month long.
It's a big effort that we make as a family. Now we're just really family running it for my parents because they were here nonstop. So it's nice memories.
In Peconic for Newsday TV, I'm Doug Geed.
What a legacy. Thank you, Doug. To see more Out East with Doug Geed segments on Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. See more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other services you see here. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Have a great Monday. More local news coming up.